Power metal, gothic metal, black and speed metal, and so much more. 12 brand new albums to talk about, 6 out today, and 6 I missed along the way. This is out today, and what I missed for April 12th, 2024.
Let's get busy!
First up is Hypersonic with Chaos Magnia.
Your memory remains forever. You reap what you sow, and if we break the chains of my soul.
I really enjoy what's going on here. It feels like a really good blend of some dark metal, some symphonic power metal, gets a little bit into the symphonic and gothic death metal territories as well, especially when you have guests like Mark Jensen being able to show off his magnificent voice. This covers so much ground of what I love in this particular style, and it's great to see this band back, as this is their first album in 8 years. It's so great to see them back, and I really hope that they stick around and the next album won't take so long, but until then, it proves that quality always beats out quantity.
But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
Next up, we have Martico with Acida. At least, I hope that's how you pronounce both of those names. But what I can say is this sophomore album rules. It combines what I love about doom metal, sludge metal, and yeah, even some atmospheric black metal going on here, into some great, distorted, disjointed moments that flow together so perfectly. It feels like a paradox, but it works so very, very well. I love the vocal delivery on this album. I love the atmosphere of this album. The production is top-notch for the style. Raw, but not too crystal clear. It's just got everything that I'm looking for. And if you're looking for something on that heavier side, you really should give this one a shot.
Doomed!
Up next, we have the sophomore album from Mother of All with Global Parasitic Leviathan.
Exhale, my beating heart, filled with fear and dread.
This is some fantastic melodeath here that is not in your really traditional melodeath of what things have become, especially in the 21st century. This thing is much faster, much thrashier, and kind of goes off the walls a little bit, and I really appreciate that. You got the speeds here that really work in the band's favor, and you can really tell that this is a post-pandemic album. I mean, just read between the lines. But also, along with all of that, the musicianship is just amazing on this album. I really appreciate the more raw approach of the production on this album, and yeah, this album definitely feels like that anger from the heart. And if you feel that as well, and if you want some more intensity in your melodic death metal, you might want to give this one a shot.
We'll leave, but one day you'll be eating a fast food burger and boom! You'll be crawling with us again. Ever wonder what makes special sauce so special? Yo.
Next up is Set Your Sails with Bad Blood. I have heard about this band ever since they formed in 2018, and never really checked them out until this album, but I'm so glad that I finally gave them a shot, as they are doing magnificent German pop-infused metal, and it's just so much fun to listen to. You got all the modern tropes that are going on. Everything is just super catchy. The vocals are just pristine on this album, especially for what you're looking for on here. Whether it gets more intense, whether it gets super catchy, it's just got everything that you're looking for here. And if you like bands like Dead by April or Electric Callboy, you need to check out a band like Set Your Sails, because I think this could be something that would be right up your alley. Just some good, fun, modern metal. What more could you want?
It's not so easy. You must go through Hades, crossing the river Styx.
Next up, we have the legendary folk metal band Tyr with Battle Ballads. Now, it's been quite quite a number of years since the last Tear album, and I'm so glad to see the band back, and they're striving to make some of the best material the band has ever done. Despite the title, it is not an album full of ballads. That would be weird to think Tear would do something like that. These are war anthems. While it does get slower in some points, it is either mid-tempo stompers or the kind of music you go out to battle towards. This fast, super fun, it's everything that you look for in a Tear album. And I'm glad to see them directing the ship back in this direction because this is the Tear that I love. And it's just great to see that Tear is back having fun as well. You can just hear it. They're out on tour in North America right now. If they're coming by you, go check them out.
What's a battle?
Let's go.
Did that boy say what's a battle?
No, he said, what's that rattle?
Next up, we have Vera Terrace with The Dark Horizon. And this Seattle band feels like they were plucked right out of a snowstorm deep in the heart of a Finnish forest. Yet, they're from America. And that's insane to me, considering all the things given. This is pure blackened melodeath, and I love it for it. Like, you hear the tropes of melodic death metal going on here, a bit more eerie, a bit more sinister, but you also have more black metal style vocals going on. You have more that was black metal keys and orchestration going on. It's a great combination, and it's great to see that coming out of America as well. It's like some odd mix of like mixing Watain and the Black Dahlia Murder combined. It should not work on paper, but it really, really does. And if you're looking for a nice concoction like this, I implore you to check this thing out. It is fantastic stuff.
Hey, I may be ugly and hate-filled, but what was the third thing you said?
Well, that's everything that came out today, but what did I miss?
What I miss?
Next up is Austere with Beneath the Threshold. Again, it's great to see this band back in less than a year, just a couple weeks shy of a full year since their previous album. And of course, if you know anything about Austere, you know that this is some of the darkest, deepest, depressive black metal out there. And I also appreciate the fact that they actually know how to use good production when they make this kind of style of black metal, because that's not always the case. But when it comes to Austere, the vocals are just heart-wrenching. The lyrics are too relatable for someone of my mental health capacity, and the music just matches up with everything perfectly. This is a fantastic display of how to do depressive black metal and not sound like crap, and I've always appreciated that about the band. And will they wait less than a year to put out another album, or are they going to take their time next time? Let's find out.
And how am I supposed to do that? Do I have a magic lens that can see into people's souls? Well, yours would be black, Kent. Black is the ace of spades.
Next up, we have the debut album from this mellow black band known as Crimson Blade with Indeterminatus. This thing is so cool to me. It has a little bit of melodeath going on there, but it is more of a pure mellow black album. Imagine some weird conglomeration of Watain and the Black Dahlia Murder. It should not work, but it works so very, very well. It's dark, it's evil, it has everything that you're looking for if you want some melodic black metal, with just hints of a little more thrash and melodeath moments at times. This is just the debut album, and I'm so excited to see what's going to be coming up next for the band, because if they're already pulling this off, the sky is the limit for Crimson Blade.
A message from who?
You're welcome, and you're welcome.
Next up is the debut album from Demon Slot 666 with Endless Witchcraft. This is a Chinese blackened speed metal band. Yeah, you heard that right. and I'm very impressed by it. Seriously, if you love the likes of Midnight and Toxic Holocaust, Demon Slot 666 is going to be right up your alley. The songs are insane, it's got that great black and roll, black and speed metal sound behind it, and hey, if you really love those early day Possessed albums, the Rototom fills that happen throughout the entire album, mwah. I just love it. This thing rules. And if you are any kind of blackened speed metal fan, you need to check this album out.
I cast a spell on his ass with my foot.
Next up is Destroyer of Light with Degradation Years. Feel like I've checked this band out before, but I completely forgot all about them. Then I heard this record, and I love what I'm hearing here, but it is so strange to me. I mean, it's got everything that I should love about it. It's got doom metal, it's got some alternative metal kind of stuff going on, it's got hard rock, it's super catchy. Despite it being doom, it is super catchy. But just imagine this. Imagine if Helmet wrote doom metal. I know, that seems kind of weird, right? But that's what Destroyer of Light sounds like to me. It's got the hard rock and alternative metal that you would expect from someone like Helmet, but done through a doom metal filter. It is so strange on paper, but so good in execution. And I hope more people check this out. All clean vocals, pristine production, fantastic stuff here. Destroyer of Light, you got my blessing.
A solar eclipse. The cosmic ballet goes on.
Does anyone want to switch seats?
Next up is Gone Till Winter with Hiding from the Sun. While the band has put out a lot of EPs, demos, and even a compilation, this is the band's official first LP, and I really dig this. It feels like a very gothic alternative metal, but also almost power metal album and band, and it's so intriguing to me, and I love what's going on here. It kind of feels like a mixture of like Pagan's Mind and Evergrey, and one band that you need to check out that I talked about last year called Abandon All. Mix all those bands together and you get something really cool here. It feels like hard rock and power metal and gothic and dark metal all combined together to create something that's very catchy with amazing musicianship. And if that sounds like something that could be up your alley, I think it will be.
Snow! Texans aren't prepared for this kind of nightmare, sir. We gotta work fast.
And finally today we have Then Comes Silence with Trickery. I've been waiting for a new album from these guys for quite a bit of time, and I'm so glad to see this thing come out. And it is a pure palate cleanser this week, as it's not metal. It's not even really kind of hard rock. It's like goth rock and post-punk. It feels like it was made in 1987, and I wouldn't want it any other way. It's very fun, very danceable, very catchy and toe-tapping, with hard-hitting lyrics and musicality up the yin-yang. I love everything about this album, and I've always been a fan of the band, even if I don't get to talk about them that much. I'm glad to see that they're still continuing on making some incredible music here, and sometimes you just want to go back to 80s goth.
And what the hell is wrong with that? Not a thing.
And there you go, folks. 12 more albums down. 138 albums I've covered so far in 2024. And would you guess that I'm recording this at 5 a.m. on a Monday morning? I'm so very tired. But thank you so much for sticking around. Did you find any albums you enjoyed? Anything that might pique your interest? Did I not cover anything that you would enjoy? Do all these suck? Does my own opinion suck? Or do you just want to comment on how I need to shave my head? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff you know how to do already because you're most likely an adult watching this video. But until next week, for Out Today and What I Missed, and for the Heavy Debriefings YouTube channel, this is Josh Runquist saying, embrace the skillet.
Well, that's the end of me.